Well, in an ironic twist, this has become a bit of a Carabao Cup final warm-up for Liverpool and Manchester United. It's the second match in the league of the biggest matchup in the English game. It's from Anfield and it's live. The biggest matchup in the English game, round 2 and the first half of a Manchester United versus Liverpool double. That's right, we start here in this first game at Anfield for the second clash in the Premier League and what could be a very telling day in the Premier League story. Liverpool need to win to keep the title hopes alive. Currently 9 points between them and Manchester United at the top after winning the game in hand per se. And well, something's got to give today. Look at these records. This has definitely been the best two teams in the league, but look at that. And it says Liverpool no losses, but I'm pretty sure they've lost in the league already, unless they haven't. That's a very interesting stat. But whatever the case, we have the Premier League clash today, and then the final of the Carabao Cup at the end of the week. Gregg Popovich is sending out his B unit today and hoping that a draw suffices. A draw would be perfect for Manchester United in this scenario. But are they starting to crumble a little bit? Alisson's in goal for Liverpool with Trent, Joe Gomez, Virgil van Dijk and Andrew Robertson. The traditional back four, Wijnaldum is with Fabinho and Jordan Henderson, Mo Salah and Sadio Mane, as always, either side of Roberto Firmino. For Manchester United, Sergio Romero gets the nod this afternoon. Two visitors are with Marcus Rojo, Eric Bailly and Brandon Williams. Sonny van der Beek, Juan Mata and Fred in the midfield three. The front three has Marcus Edwards and Anthony Martial, either side of a high-flying Alassane Plea. So, this is the one. This is the one that really could settle the Premier League title for the 2020 to 2021 football season. And we all remember what happened in the first encounter between these two in the league. It ended up being a 6-6 thriller, right to the 90th minute plus. And, well, Liverpool have kind of relinquished their grip ever since, really. And Manchester United, as we said, starting to stutter a little bit. They had 2 or 3 really convincing performance games, but they have been stuttering along the way. But somehow their unbeaten season remains intact. And we mention a lot. We say a record. It's more of an unbeaten season than a record at the moment. But somehow their unbeaten season remains intact. But they really had a great game against Borussia Dortmund. It was probably one of the highlights of the season. Along with the first encounter between these two. But something has got to give somewhere. Whichever team loses this game may lose the title. It's not really so true for Manchester United, mind you, with I think it's a 9-point lead we said at the top of the show. But if Liverpool lose here, then it could be title race all but over. And they're in a fight for second with Spurs and a high-flying Spurs side under the leadership of Ryan Mason, who's really taken a claim for maybe being the manager at the beginning of next season. Although, as we said, the rumours running around that Nuno from Wolves could be coming over to Spurs, and that would be a real coup for them because Nuno has done fantastically with his Wolves side. Imagine what he could do with a bigger budget and a bigger stadium and a bigger set of eyes on him, really. He really is one of the most underrated managers in the league. So imagine what he could do with a bigger club. No disrespect to Wolves whatsoever. They have some awesome players there. The likes of Ruben Neves, just to name one. And it's such an awesome squad they've got there. And Nuno has really done the best with that squad as well. And he could be taking into the top flight of Europe by the end of the season. But Manchester City and now Leicester City are right on Wolves' heels, and it's going to be a titanic scrap for the final Champions League spot. And Joe Gomez is very slow to react. Sane Plea. And that all started from Joe Gomez being almost a brain lapse there. Donny van der Beek did get a nick on it. plea really probably should have done better with that situation. Coach Popovich is his record is hanging on by a thread. His unbeaten season, it's starting to stutter a bit now as the latter half of the season is kicked in. We have 12 games to go, 11 discounting this one to go this season in the league anyway. Manchester United have a few more games after that, depending on how far they will go in the Champions League. And Borussia Dortmund, well, they gave them a heck of a game, didn't they? It was a fantastic affair. Marcus Rashford, the hero of the final, became the hero of the last 16 the following season, and the same with David De Gea as well, saving that late penalty that Manchester United gave away with a foul, which was rightly given. And we had a penalty and a free kick here of drama a few months ago, didn't we, at Old Trafford? Marcus Rashford scoring that phenomenal free kick, and then there was a penalty that brought it, I think it was to 5-5, and then we ended up having another 2 goals after that, with a sensational scoreline of 6-6. But I think it's fair to say that Gregg Popovich's focus is on the Carabao Cup final. It is one of the trophies that he hasn't won in his tenure at Manchester United. And to grab it, the first silverware of the season, will be a lot of his back as Marcus Edwards tries to whip it in. Well, up until the late stages of the Borussia Dortmund game, of course, we witnessed it in our coverage. Manchester United went very close to losing a lot that night. They have scored in every game they've competed in so far. They have won or drawn every game they've competed in so far. No losses to their names at all. And they've come close a few times. Arsenal in semi-final second leg. Liverpool in the Premier League tie. Leicester in the Premier League tie as well. But no matter how hard the other teams push, Manchester United always seem to come out of it with their stature intact. But if they win this one, or even draw this one, then it could be curtains for Liverpool this season. We've been saying over the past few games that it is a question of when rather than if for Manchester United. It wouldn't be the end of the world for Liverpool if they drew this game, but if they do lose, then that could be them pretty much done for the season. But if Manchester United lose here, and it could swing the pendulum back towards the champions. And let's not forget, they still are the champions, Liverpool. And they gave Manchester United a champions-worthy game, and the referee's pointing to the spot again. This time, Takefusa Mensah gives away a penalty, and this could really turn the tide on its head. We have had penalties galore in the last, say, 5 or so games now. Yeah, that's pretty clear-cut. To be fair, probably a little bit harsh. And here is Mo Salah to put Liverpool ahead here. Sergio Romero, a great goalkeeper on his day usually, but he's missed that one. Mo Salah gives Liverpool the lead at Anfield. And I think he read it right, that Salah was great at the 12 yards there. And it has given the champions the lead. I think Romero, he did all of it right, except save it, really. And that was well worked by Mo Salah, to be fair. Really fooled Romero. Oh, it's been penalties here, there and everywhere. And there's been a few against Manchester United in the last stage of the season, to be fair. And this is the latest. Mo Salah has given Liverpool the lead. The champions have the initiative. Liverpool 1, Manchester United 0. Well, it would be the cruelest of injustices, I guess, if Manchester United were to lose the league record and the unbeaten season to the team that have been chasing them for the title since day one. Don't forget, Liverpool led the title race for some time with an unbeaten record of their own that stretches to about 15 games, I think it was. And then they had a draw, I think it was against United, but it still kept unbeaten, and then they lost about a game or so later, didn't they? But Manchester United with a pretty fairly given handball, to be fair, Fosu Mensah. And it really, in some way, is probably giving Manchester United a taste of their own medicine, because, to be fair, the majority of penalties that Manchester United earned in the first half of the season were through very unfortunate handballs. Marcus Edwards, that's a fantastic touch, and he's left the Liverpool defence for dead. Here comes Marcus Edwards, great save by Alisson. Marcus Edwards has shone in a Manchester United shirt. Gregg Popovich has signed a couple of gems over the course of the season. Marcus Edwards and Alassane Plea have been absolute steals. Marta into Plea now. Oh, what a save from Alisson. That is a tremendous save. Point blank in his face. Great header from Play, but oh my word, what a save from Alisson. Regarded as one of the best in the league alongside David De Gea, and there is a reason of why. Fantastic save. If that is a match-winning save, then Liverpool will certainly take it. And I think even Manchester United would take it, because the quality of that save from Alisson was absolutely sublime. And here comes Mo Salah down the left-hand side. Oh, Fosu Mensah. Fosu Mensah's strength is really a scary thought. Fosu Mensah with such power. Now Edwards. The resilience of this Manchester United side cannot be understated, no matter what predicament they're in. That's something that cannot be really undermined, whether they keep this unbeaten run or not. I'll see how brilliant. Pass one, not so much. Robertson has cut it out, but Van der Beek receives it. Alassane Plea. He tried to clear it, didn't he? Half an hour gone here at Anfield, and the champions need this win more than anything else. They need to win this game. Manchester United have had much of the ball in the first half, to be fair. Here comes Salah. He's down the right hand side now. He's going to have to go on his own. And Fosu Mensah does head away. Jordan Henderson playing for a spot at Euro 2020 for sure. Roberto Firmino. Trent. And Trent is offside. Actually, it's Firmino that's offside, my apologies. Well, Trent did strike that awesome free kick, didn't he? That I think hit the woodwork on the way out. Ronaldo. Bailly is very slow with the ball there. Salah. He's got past him. Liverpool definitely in the ascendancy here. And Mane. Oh, and Romero, what a save. And finally it goes out. Well, Romero, I don't think he knew anything about that. That's a great save as well. Best number 2 to David De Gea for sure. I think that was cemented really against Arsenal in the second leg. Henderson, Dean Henderson, had a pretty torrid time, didn't he? He's seen 3 goals in the first half. Firmino immediately on the attack. And that throw from Romero. Was a good penalty by Mo Salah. The goalkeepers for Manchester United definitely have had better days in recent times, that's for sure. But they've been keeping the goal conceding numbers down. That's the one thing that Manchester United can be credited for this season. The defence has been better. But there have been games where United have been shaky. And somehow they've always come out the other side with their unbeaten season intact. Marcus Edwards, oh, and Alisson is at it again. And now Anthony Martial is going to take a punt. Williams. Martial has whipped in the ball, and Van Dijk has cleared it. Oof, and there was a mix-up there. And Van Dijk and his goalkeeper, Van der Beek, was lurking there. Look at this save from Romero. He was brilliant. I'm not sure how much he really knew about it. He made the right call there. 5 minutes to go in the first half. Juan Mata with a United corner out to Martial. And cleared by Liverpool for the moment. Here's Trent. Joe Gomez. Ronaldo. Manchester United, they are starting to stutter and to crumble a little bit now. The game against Arsenal has really given the chasing pack a lease of life. Has the referee given another free kick? He has. Fosu Mensah with handball again. Well, he's costing his team the game at the moment, Fosu Mensah. He's a tremendous defender. Marcus Rojo hits away. It's a great tackle there by Fosu Mensah. Now Salah is up and incensed with the referee for not giving a penalty, for lack of a better word, I guess. It's Fabinho. And Liverpool have had much more of this first half in the second half of it. Of the first half, if that makes any sense. Hopefully it does. 4 minutes of added on time. Here's Roberto Firmino. He's turned out his man! And he scored it! Oh dear! Manchester United falling apart. Roberto Firmino makes it 2-0. The champions still have life in this title race yet. Well, Marcus Rojo, Roberto Firmino does very well because Marcus Rojo is right with him, but the vital turn away gave Firmino plenty of space. And Romero nowhere near it as much as he might try. Gregg Popovich, this record is going at some point, isn't it? It's been coming for the last few games now. Discount the 3 before Borussia Dortmund. But that League Cup semi-final with Arsenal really has given opponents a new lease of a life against Manchester United now, and they are starting to see the crumbling around them. And Manchester United are in real trouble. Liverpool 2, United 0. And the champions are having their day here at Anfield. Win this and the gap becomes 6 points, and Manchester United's morale is going to take a real battering. Martial. Wonderfully done. Well, Anfield waits in anticipation at home. The fans at home are relishing in this. If the Kop had fans in it, the atmosphere would be fever pitch. The champions are leading the league leaders. Liverpool 2, United 0. Liverpool 2, United 0. Here at Anfield. The first of an Liverpool versus Manchester United double, in which will be the Carabao Cup final in just under a week's time. In the Premier League, however, the pendulum might have swung on its head because Liverpool are up by a couple of goals to 0. Romero makes a great save at the beginning of the second half. The gap is currently 9 points between the two. Manchester United have been undefeated for the entire season, but their record has been looking under threat a lot in the recent past few months, month or so. And finally, it seems that the champions could be the one to break it. Gomez! And the ball was looping. Well, if Manchester United do lose this game, they need to win the League Cup, that's for sure. And then it can be something that Gregg Popovich can take. Well, Manchester United, they haven't played poorly in this one. Liverpool have just been a little bit better so far. Martial. And play comes in. And play will not be playing in the Carabao Cup final, of course, being cup tied. Fabinho just hit that well out, but it does mean Manchester United have to work forward again. Well, the second and third units have usually performed very admirably for Coach Popovich, but in recent months, or in the recent month that is, it's not really been all plain sailing for them, has it? Samuel Maine with a great looking ball when Romero gets crossed. And Wijnaldum keeps it in. Trent kept it in as well. Here's Firmino. And straight to Romero in the end. Here is Edwards. So, the next fixture for Liverpool shows that they're taking on Inter Milan. That will be in the Champions League, of course, which will be before the Carabao Cup final. Martial and Virgil van Dijk doing Virgil van Dijk usual things, getting it out for a corner.
Substitution for Liverpool coming off the pitch.
So we have a substitution already. Jordan Henderson is coming off for Thiago, interestingly. Jurgen Klopp already throwing his first dice. Marta. Corner and play, and it's a save, and it's a penalty. Another penalty here at Anfield. It's all going off. Is this handball against Gomez? It's harsh. It's very harsh. I don't even think he touches the ball, actually. Well, here's one Mata to slice the lead in half. And he does. So, could this be the start of another comeback from Manchester United? Don't forget, in the reverse fixture, Liverpool were 2-0 up in that as well. And then the comeback started. And then it all just went off from there. And Mata has done his captain job there. And Alisson, who's had a great game to be fair. A couple of really good saves. Well, if there's one thing Manchester United aren't going to lose today, it will be the record that they have scored in every game they've competed in this season. But they're still behind. Liverpool 2, Manchester United 1. But knowing Manchester United this season, the resiliency probably means it might not stay that way. We'll have to wait and see.
Goal for Manchester United, number 8.
Well, the penalty was probably a little harsh, to be fair. Because Joe Gomez, I don't even know if he even touched the ball. I think Plea got more of it. Roberto Firmino is making way already. The Divock Origi. Jurgen Klopp is really putting on his subs early. Here's Salah. Origi, great pass. Trent. It's wonderfully worked. Now by Bailly out for a corner. Manchester United will always score. Mane with the corner. Here's Trent. We know he can hit them as well. Trent works his way into the box. Foster Mensah's having a much better game now. And that's a good tackle by Robertson, but United will keep the ball. Fred. And the Liverpool defence falling asleep. Fred. Mata! And it was almost on, wasn't it? Great cross here from Fred. Mata's wide open. He probably could have done better by bringing that down. Amad Diallo is warming up for Manchester United. Just to confirm that fixture for you, it will be Liverpool and Manchester United at Wembley Stadium for the Carabao Cup final. And Liverpool will have the bragging rights going into it at the moment with the score as it is. Anthony Martial is making way for Diallo. Diallo can play left wing, so this will be interesting. No sign of Marcus Rashford as of yet. He probably wants to save him for the final if he can. Popovich, questioned over certain squad selections, says simply, you can't play your best team every week. But apart from the one game against Arsenal, the lads have made me proud when the A-team can't be on. But that league game against Arsenal, that Carabao Cup semi-final, has given teams hope that this team can eventually be beaten. Diallo gets a shirt pulled in the box. And that Diallo, I don't know what he was trying to do. I think he was trying to curl it. You will need something special to beat Alisson at times. Such a great goalkeeper. You just feel that one loss, one turn of events, and one loss for Manchester United could knock the stuffing completely out of them. They've been such a high on morale. They haven't been complacent. There's no shade of that at all. You could argue that the League Cup semi-final probably were a little bit. So the referee will give a free kick to Liverpool. But then again, Manchester United just didn't let themselves lose. Virgil van Dijk is making way for Joel Matip. And that is interesting. I guess Jurgen Klopp, to be fair, does have two huge matches this week to think about. Of course, the last 16 round in the Champions League, I believe, against Inter Milan. I think that's the Champions League. And of course the Carabao Cup final against Manchester United as well. And that's why Coach Popovich is not calling on his A-team. He wants the likes of Bruno Fernandes, Rashford and Pogba to be around for that. It's just very unfortunate that Manchester United here, if they lose, then not only does it knock the stuffing out of them, but it means the league lead is down to 6 points. Salah, Ronaldo. The thing we know about Popovich, though, in that squad selection debate is that he knows when he needs to change it up, and he did drastically for that League Cup semi-final with Cavani and Greenwood. He brought them on and it changed the game completely. This isn't the 6-6 thriller, but it is going to be a telling point in the 2020-21 football season, at least in the Premier League. I think it goes without saying that Manchester United probably about 80% sure that they will win a trophy this season. The question is, which ones will it be? It's delicately poised in the Champions League with Borussia Dortmund giving them such a good game. Mane! And that would have put the game out of Manchester United's reach. There's still time for United to rectify the situation and save their season. But there's no Marcus Rashford on the pitch yet. He's part of the subs. Popovich will no doubt bring him on. Unless there can be a goal in the next few minutes. We haven't seen much of Alassane Plea in this game. I guess he could be a little bit isolated in this formation out on his own. Menza. He runs at the ball and it's a back pass, so it has to be not picked up by Alisson. There's a bit of confusion there. Reggie. I wouldn't be surprised if Jurgen Klopp is actually throwing everyone behind the ball now, trying to keep United out. He's not going for goals anymore with Firmino off. Ronaldo. Put by Fred. Fabinho. Origi. Salah. Salah's got past his man. And he scored it! And is it finally over? Has Mo Salah delivered the killer blow to Manchester United's undefeated season? Oh my. Liverpool have been the better team today. That's for sure. Mo Salah may have just put the dent in Manchester United's season. And I've said it so often already, but that semi-final has obviously given teams hope that they can be beaten. And Mo Salah and Liverpool may just be about to realise it. That's 13 goals in the league for Salah. He's had a tremendous season. Listen to this. Liverpool 3, Manchester United 1. The champions are rectifying the situation, and this league is not over yet. 10 minutes to go here at Anfield. And here is Amad Diallo. And here is play. He's going to be offside. And probably in the wrong position. Double substitution in the offing for Manchester United as Alassane Plea will make way for Marcus Rashford and Marcus Edwards will make way for Torgan Hazard. Popovich needs 2 goals. And he's brought the 2 men that could probably do it for them. But time is running out on their undefeated season. The ball is going to end up too far. And this will give momentum so much to Liverpool. They're going to have so much momentum going into that Carabao Cup final next week. But it'll also give Manchester United the measure and the want to extract revenge. The Carabao Cup final is going to be some classic, believe me. Whatever way this goes. Torgan Hazard. Marcus Rashford, he's found it. 2-2 and oh my goodness, are we doing it again? Marcus Rashford makes it 3-2. This Manchester United side will just not lay down. What a pass from Torgan Hazard and what a goal by Rashford. It's another masterstroke by Coach Park. It's not been enough yet though. Marcus Rashford has given Manchester United a lifeline at least. But we know how much they can come back. 13 goals for Rashford as well. The 2 top scorers in the Premier League battling it out literally. Liverpool 3, United 2. There's always going to be goals between Manchester United and Liverpool, isn't there? There's always going to be goals. Popovich just had to definitely play the conservative way today. And it may have just cost him his undefeated season, but I think Popovich would take trophies at the end, especially considering he's not been able to win one in England anyway, yet. And he's going to be in a final. Removing that semi-final curse that may have been put on him for good. Fred. If Dortmund have it their way in the second leg, he might not even reach the semi-final of the Champions League anyway, and that wouldn't be his fault. Dortmund, as we said, such a spectacular side. It had the makings of a marquee matchup, but today it's the champions of the Premier League, and they're exacting the killer blow possibly to Manchester United's season. We are 8 minutes of added on time. Wijnaldum with the cross, out by Brandon Williams. Gomez to Thiago. Diallo. Solid. And now bye-bye. 93 of 98. There were crowds here at the fever pitch at the Kop right now. Wijnaldum to Thiago. And now Origi. Van der Beek. Diallo to Fred. And now everyone at Liverpool is behind the ball. Fabinho. Sadio Mane. Romero grabs it. And Baye is run into it. Romero gives no care at all and just thumps it. Oh, and Matip and Rashford. Oh, and Alisson. What a save. Is that a game-saving save? Marcus Rashford. Alisson would not be beaten by him again. Corner. Mata. 2 minutes left. Headed away. Amad Diallo. And a penalty given. Divock Origi has given it away. More late penalty drama in this season. It's tremendous, isn't it? Alisson's got to save it. Handball. Oh, that's harsh. That is harsh. Again, the referee is harsh. Juan Mata with 30 seconds left on the clock. And Mata scores it. 3-3. They just will not go away. Manchester United season preserved again with another late penalty. And it's a harsh one. Mata right in the corner. Alisson getting nowhere near it. He's so unfortunate. He's had a good game, Alisson, to be fair. But just when you think the record and the season could be over, well, not over, but the unbeaten run could be over, back come Manchester United. And that's why Popovich has been renowned this season. And surely that is the end of it all now. It was 30 seconds. It's all over. It's another draw in the biggest matchup in the English game. And Manchester United still go unbeaten. Their resiliency cannot be questioned. And Liverpool gave them a real match this afternoon. Oh my. Well, it's delicately poised going to the Carabao Cup final. But will this run ever end? Well, if Gregg Popovich has a say in it, no. His team battles to the 90-plus minute. Liverpool 3, United 3. So let's take a look at all the weekend scores and what happened to the Premier League table. And if you could see it already, obviously, there's been a change. So Liverpool and Manchester United ended up 3-3. The big benefactors of the weekend's results were Spurs, as Ryan Mason took his team to a 4-2 win over Brighton. And you know what that means if you're keeping count at home. Manchester City winning by a goal to nil against Wolves. Leicester beating Sheffield United by 3 goals to nil. And Arsenal beating Everton by 3 goals to 1. And that was the end of the original results, I think. Because I think we counted these the other time. I'm losing count. But in any case, as you can see, the lead is now 7 points, I believe, between Manchester United and Spurs, as Ryan Mason looks to make a late bid to possibly be a title challenger. And like we said, Liverpool are the big losers with their draw at Anfield, which probably should have been a win. Leicester City get a 3-point cushion over Manchester City and Wolves, but I think they don't have games in hand. Chelsea and Arsenal still 7th and 8th, with Newcastle and West Ham still in 9th and 10th. The table is not changing that much now, such as the gaps between some of the teams. Aston Villa, the big winners, up there in 13th now, and the 14 through 17 is Fulham to Brighton. Leeds United on the verge now of one of the Premier League's greatest escapes. They are now just 3 points from safety. And, oh my word, they were bottom of the table on single figures in points at one point. And everything has changed by the looks of it. Palace in 19th and Sheffield United at the bottom with 12 points to get from the last 11 games of the season.